Hey guys, Avicius here in our Wrestling Alliance. This is, I think, our first 5-star alliance. And what I've noticed about this Titan, this is the first Titan we've encountered in this alliance that has a special skill that you might need to act on. Fireball, you can read what it does, but the most important thing does is you get damage over turns, which is going to be the Fireball, which is going to be a special. So basically, you're going to have a fire damage over turn dot on you. With that being said, anytime you have something like that, I recommend that you bring antidotes. Where are they? This one or this one? We'll use the super antidotes for the heal. Otherwise, because I'm bringing an attack buffer and a defense debuffer and Wukong, I want to bring mana potions. So we're going to bring one for Wukong and then one for basically mana potions for everybody I want to buff up. There goes my phone. And because this is a red Titan, I want to bring, for me, I bring 4 blues. So Perseus, Grim, and I'll explain them in a second. Boral isn't usually worth it unless the dragon hits very, very hard. To time it is just, it's too hard to do, and it's to me the risk isn't worth the reward. But I've tested it. Anyhow, if you go through these special skills, Kiro has the attack buff for 3 turns. Grim has a defensive debuff for 6 turns. You want to stack those on top of each other. Kirill first, then Grim. Perseus is just single target, and then he doesn't let heals happen. But he also gets a defense against nature, but this isn't a nature titan, whatever. So Perseus and Sonya are basically just going to be single target damage. That's really all they're going to do with this one, and they're just added blues. So you add all these blues attack powers together. I believe that's how it works. And then you want to stack Wukong's buff on top of all the buffs you have. And I'll show you in a second what I mean. If the board cooperates. See right here, what I should have done was I should have applied all of those buffs first, and I didn't do it. I'll do it next time, just to show you. So, alright. So at this point, you want to buff Wu all the way up, buff Kiro, and buff Grim all the way up. And this isn't going to be completely ideal. Alright, buff, defensive debuff, and now Wukong. So now watch how big the damage is. Get 3k hits, use these two. And now you'll see the buffs have worn off. I'm not going to reapply them quite yet. Actually I will, because I took a little bit of a beating there. This guy hits a little harder than I expected. Now what am I missing on this Titan? Well, right now, what I didn't do, and I forgot already to do, was to cure the fire detrimental. I'm going to wait till the next one comes on, because it's not going to kill me. But I did miss those blues for a buff. Anyway, let's do that right now. We're going to apply Wu and these two, because we're going to use... There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So, it wasn't a great hit. I had to explain everything while I was doing that. But, as you can see, when you have all those buffs stacked up, you can do it much more damage than what you would normally do. I don't have many other things to use right now, so we'll just use healing and antidotes, and then I'll use the other ones to buff them up once, but those buffs I can probably buff everybody up once. This is, actually we're going to buff up Wu. He's the most important one to have. And then, probably Kirill stacked up. Now hit this, and then get your diamond. Ideally we would have had, what's his name? Grim ready as well, but we didn't. So now you just look for your moves. Don't look at the damage too much. That was a thing 0. suggested a long time ago. You made a very good point with that. Don't sit there and count your damage, even though I'm hitting very hard. All right, let's go for the diamond with the most tiles on the board first, anytime you're doing a Titan. And again, I don't claim to be the best Titan hitter around, but this is what I do. If you can get something from it, great. If not, there are people out there that probably hit the Titan better than I do. Woo is still up, so it's good to use blue tiles. It's probably... Oh, we got one more, so we'll use these blue tiles. And it looks like I missed this. Now you just look for your best move on the board. I'm going to go with this. Definitely wasn't my best move. Tiles aren't particularly good. Sometimes when that happens and you can't find your move, just autoplay. Until a move comes up, got to move here, turn it off, turn it back on, and that's that. Another 48k. Well, 5-star, it's okay, but it's okay for me. It's great for some people. I expect a little more out of myself than that. Anyway, let's do this one more time. And this time I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to have you guys follow along and watch the strategy. Obviously, since this is blue stacks, I'm a bit slower. This was the move I want. That would set up the blue. I want all of those buffs. Oh, well, there goes my diamond. Oh, well. Pretty good board this time. Alright, now Kiro's buff will be off this time, so we got to reapply that. Alright, so those two. Should have hit the red diamond. That was not the smartest thing I've ever done. Wu's buff's still on, so let's go ahead and hit the red diamond this time. Okay, Wu's buff's off, put that back on. There's 3 turns for Kiro's buff, and I think Wu's is 4 or 5. I have to count them. Maybe I'll count them in one of my other videos. Alright, now everybody will be buffed up here. There's a gem step move right here. There we go. Good move. Buff both of these up, and we're going to put it back on. Oh, they got blue. Obviously, if time's ticking down, hit that. And then just... yeah. And that's it. $47. Huh. 3 hits for 47, 48k. That's not too bad. Anyway, again, I'm not the best Titan hitter in the world, but I'm average, above average. If you can get anything from it, cool. If not, move on to the next person or ask somebody else. All right, guys. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.